Hey everybody, so today I'm here to do a chit chat video with you guys. It's been a while and I have a lot to fill you guys in on, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I had actually made a chit chat video a couple weeks ago, and then the day after is when craziness struck. And that kind of leads me to something I want to ask you guys about. A lot of times I do make chit chat videos, but I never edit or publish them because something ends up changing, or I don't really know how to put it. Like, things just change or things are different by the time I get around to editing and uploading it. And I'm not really sure what I should do. Part of me feels like I should still just like edit and upload because at that time that I filmed it, it was, accurate to my knowledge. But I also feel bad putting up stuff that's not like what's going on right now, if that makes sense. And I'd rather film a new one, but then it takes me a couple weeks to get to filming a new one because I do have a schedule of videos that I stick to, and I just don't know. So you guys let me know down below. Should I edit and upload chit chats regardless of life happening and changing stuff? Or should I keep doing what I've been doing, which is holding off until I can like fill you guys in on like 2 weeks, maybe 4 weeks worth of stuff? I don't know. Let me know in the comments because I'm eager to know how you guys feel. But I did make that chit chat video, and I really can't even remember what I really said in it, honestly, because so much stuff has happened since then. But basically, we did have wellness visits for the girls for their new pediatrician, and those had to be changed to sick visits because they got sick with a cold right before, which was fine because I still want to go in and meet their pediatrician and make sure she's obviously a good fit for us and everything. And what's crazy is I don't typically take the girls to the pediatrician if they have a cold. Like, I don't know, if they don't have a fever and it seems like it's gonna pass and they don't have like any alarming symptoms, I just keep them home and I just deal with it. I don't know if that's the right way, but that's just the way I typically do it. So I probably would have never scheduled an appointment just for how they were being. And that's just crazy the way everything happened. And I'll explain it. So we had those visits. We just changed them to sick visits so I could meet this doctor, get a feel for everything. And we go in there. Both girls had double ear infections, and Remy tested positive for strep. And I was so surprised and shocked, I cannot even begin to tell you. Because, first of all, when I hear that kids have ear infections, I also hear about like how much pain they're in, crying all the time, fussing, like won't sleep, and just, general pain because ear infections freaking hurt. And my kids were not like that at all. They didn't even have fevers because I was taking their temperature whenever they first started getting that cold. Nothing, which kind of freaks me out because how am I ever supposed to know that they have ear infections if they don't really have any symptoms, which I'm going to ask the doctor about when we go back. And I'll explain that here in a second. But it was just craziness to me. And the girls, I think Sophie had one ear infection when she was a baby. Like, I'm talking maybe 2, 3 months old. And the doctor was like, just prop her up. It's probably a little bit of, fluid and whatever. So just make sure she's propped up. And we literally never had a problem again until now. So I just think that's craziness. And I don't know if you can get ear infections not just from like fluid getting in your ear. I don't know. I know nothing about them really. So if you guys know stuff about ear infections, let me know. Give me all your tips and tricks and all that stuff because I want to learn more about them, because I'm hoping I didn't miss any signs. But honestly, they weren't tugging at their ears. They weren't complaining or in pain or had fevers or anything. It's just craziness. But then, because Remy did have a gunky eye, and there was also another symptom, I can't remember. They both had cough, congestion, and runny noses. But Remy did have, like I said, that goopy eye, and there was something else. Maybe like a rash, I can't remember. But that's the whole reason why they wanted to test them for strep and flu, just to make sure that they didn't have either. And then when Remy came back positive for strep, I was just like dumbfounded. Like, that's just crazy. I thought that they just had colds. And like I said, I would have never taken them in if we didn't already have these appointments booked. And it just like, even though we were there, we were getting treated, it's like I had guilt in the hypothetical situation that I didn't take them to the pediatrician's office. Like, I know that probably sounds ridiculous, but that's just how my brain works. So, like, I felt like crap, and it's just like, it's such nonsense. Like, I feel crap about a situation that didn't even happen, but it still just makes me nervous for the future. I don't know, like, whatever. But luckily, the antibiotics that they were on for the ear infections also treated the strep. So therefore, if Sophie would have, caught it, it would have treated it too. But I don't think she ever even came close to having strep because Remy's voice did get hoarse a couple days after the doctors, and it was for a couple more. But then obviously, all her symptoms have since then gone away, and she seems to be doing a lot better. I just find it so surprising that Sophie didn't have it in the first place because they do share sippy cups and food and all that kind of stuff all the time. Not intentionally, they both get their separate things, but I mean, they're 18 months apart, and unless I want to sit around and babysit who gets what sippy cup all the freaking time and nothing else get done all day, they end up inevitably drinking out of each other's cups. So it was just so surprising to me that Sophie didn't have it when they tested her. But it was nice and reassuring that, like, the antibiotics that they were on was going to treat everything. So just in case for some reason she would have got it, it would have been fine. So that was really nice. And then a little bit about their pediatrician, because I know some of you might know that the whole reason why we found a new pediatrician was because our old office was just a mess. In a word, they are a mess. And so far, so freaking good with this new pediatrician's office. We got there and we were there early, and we had waited for like 10-15 minutes in the waiting room, and we were still not even at our appointment time. We were still early at the 10-15 minutes of waiting. And the receptionist came out and apologized and said she was trying to get us a room as fast as possible, but they've just had like a lot of sick, really sick kids come in, like just on the fly. And I was just like so taken aback by it because at our old pediatrician's office, we would sit and wait for at least an hour in the waiting room, if not more, and nobody would come and talk to you or give you updates or anything. Like, you're just left alone to sit and wait your turn. So for her to come out after 10-15 minutes, and it's not even my appointment time, to tell me that she's trying to get me a room, I was just like, honey, don't you worry about anything. This is a breeze compared to what I'm used to, but I do appreciate it. And then they got us back, and just the staff was amazing, like a world difference. They were so much more personal and like genuine, I feel like, with our kids. They were talking about like a pet fish, they were calling them sweeties, they were saying how cute they are, and like, like, I don't always need that to know that people care about my children, but there was just a general different vibe in that office, if that makes sense. At our old pediatricians, it was get in, get out, don't really care much else about what goes on in between, if you catch my drift. Whereas this one, it was like the nurse was apologizing that she didn't know their names yet, but she told me, by 2 or 3 visits, she'd have it down. And I saw them with other kids, and they were like, hey, buddy, how did this go in school? And it was just like so crazy that they knew these kids and they were so personal with them. It just makes you feel good as a parent. You know what I'm saying? So just right off the bat, it was just a world of difference, and it just feels like an awesome, awesome fit. So I'm really excited about that. And we actually go back in a couple days just to make sure that their ear infections have gone away. And that's where I want to talk to her about those ear infections, because it makes me nervous since I didn't know they didn't really have any signs. Like, how am I supposed to stay on top of this and make sure that they don't have ear infections? That's just so crazy to me. So I don't know, but I'm excited. I'm excited to go back and kind of talk to her about some stuff and like maybe have a normal visit. And I'm hoping that we can make this visit like the well visit, as long as those ear infections are cleared up, so we don't have to make like an entirely separate visit for that. I will say the one thing that was good about our old office is that they had a separate side for well visits and sick kids, but this office doesn't have that. They said if like a kid's very, very, very sick or has certain rashes, they'll have them enter through the back, but it's like not a regular thing. So that kind of sucks because if you know you're there for a well visit, you'll sit in the same waiting room as someone who's sick, but at the same time, the wait times are just like so minuscule compared to what I'm used to. So like I don't even really mind, in all honesty. I mean, obviously I'm not trying to be there every week, but you know, you catch my drift. But other than that, the girls are doing really well. Um, we are definitely still trying to work with Sophie on her attitude and stuff, but she has gotten so much into imagination. It's crazy. Like, she'll pretend, you know, she's talking to people, she'll make up animals and characters and like stuff like that. And it is just so sweet and so cute to watch her just like come up with all these different things. And like she'll even imagine and play with her sister and like involve Remy. And you know, Remy doesn't understand anything, but it's just so endearing that she wants to involve her sister in her own little make-believe world. I don't know. I'm getting like a little teary-eyed thinking about it, but it's like I remember being a kid and like make-believing. And it's like now I have a kid who's old enough to do that. And I know this has to be like such like a magical time for her because you can just think of so many different things. I don't know. I'm probably getting a little carried away here with my emotions. Been a little emotional the past couple of days, and I'm not sure what it's about, but um, Remy is also doing really well. She is saying so many new words, like so many. She said circle today, and it was the cutest thing I've ever freaking heard. She loves babies just like Sophie. Sophie was obsessed with babies for the longest time. She would point to them in books. She like waved at every single one of them in the store, and it was funny because like she would call kids that were her age or even older babies, and Remy's doing the same thing. And it's just funny because you know they'll be like baby baby, and it's like they don't even understand that they're still a baby too. But it's all been really exciting. I'm excited for the holidays, obviously, and I can't wait. I've been tempted so bad to give them some of their presents early. Sophie has been making baby dolls. I use that term lightly, and I'll explain here in a second, but she's been making baby dolls out of the Mega Bloks and carrying it around. She'll make like a little slim tower and she'll carry it around like this and be like, it's my baby and it's my baby doll and like whatever. And it's like, you know, you get an A plus for creativity, but this girl needs a baby doll stat. It's just so crazy. She will literally imagine anything. She uses those Mega Bloks as like a cell phone too. She pretends to be on the phone all the time, and Remy does it now too. What else was she doing? Oh, this blanket, one I currently have on my lap. As you can see, it's like a blue teal color. She will have me lay it out on the floor completely, and it'll be her skating pond, and she'll go skating. And I'm just like, you come up with like the craziest, brilliant ideas ever. So it's been a lot of fun. Like I said, we definitely have some attitude going on around here between the 1.5-year-old and the 3-year-old. And the 1.5-year-old does get it a lot from the 3-year-old, but it's, yeah, I don't know. It's also been really kind of like cute and funny because she's starting to say some of like the funniest things. It's the type of funny where you have to like not show that you're laughing because you don't really want her to get a hang of that. So I don't know. It's been a fun time, and even though that they were sick and stuff, like it's still been okay around here. And I moved because my back was starting to hurt, and I really can't remember what I was saying, but yeah, the girls are doing good and I'm doing good. Nothing really to report with me. Mark's been good, which is really nice, and really haven't had much going on. I'm looking at my list right now. My camera decided to stop recording. And then the craziness that has started this week is we've had some trouble with our water pressure. It's like basically non-existent, so like the water's there but it doesn't really come out, and especially at the rate that you need it to, so it makes things like dishes or getting showers, flushing the toilet, washing hands, like everything so much more, like, so it takes so much longer. It literally takes me an hour, if not more, to wash not even a half sink full of dishes. I tried to do a load of laundry 2 days ago and it took 3 hours from start to finish because that's how long it takes stuff to fill up with what's coming out of the faucets. And the showering is so bad that we literally have to stagger our showers like hours apart and forget trying to do dishes or laundry that day. So hopefully we're trying to have somebody come out and fix that, but it's just like been such an ordeal trying to really move different parts of your day that need to happen around that kind of stuff. And it just gives you an appreciation of like what you have, because, there's people who don't have running water or have, you know, crappy running water and they have to deal with that. And it's just, it gives you an appreciation, like I said, because it's been it's been crappy. And that was something I was thinking, like rewatching Game of Thrones recently. Like we're all caught up and we have been for a long time, but like I've been going through by myself and just watching an episode every night, maybe more, maybe like 4 or 5. But like in the time frame that they're in, they have to fill up tubs with water, of just like warm water. Like they didn't have running water either. And it just makes you think, like, can you imagine what it would be like back then? And it makes you appreciate how easily accessible our water is, at least for most people probably watching this. And that just makes me appreciate it a lot more, especially with what's been going on lately, because it really does take 10 times longer to do everything. And I'm glad that we're fortunate enough, when this will be fixed, that we don't have to worry about that on a regular basis. But that's been craziness that's been going on. And the last couple things that I wanted to tell you guys about is that I've been secretly trying to upload on a schedule. I know I've been talking about a schedule for a long time, and I decided the best way to try it out is to just do it and not tell you guys. So I have been uploading Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which I wanted to do a different schedule for you guys. I was trying to do something maybe that included the weekends and stuff like that, but honestly, it doesn't work for me as well as Monday, Wednesday, Friday does. And that works for me so well that I can be consistent at it. And I feel like that's a better trade-off, like me consistently uploading versus you guys randomly getting a weekend video and me not being consistent at uploads. So I wanted to know if you guys have been liking the non-schedule schedule. I've been thinking about making it permanent. I just like I said before, it just makes me nervous. I never want to tell you guys that I will give you something and not follow through. Honesty is like a really big deal to me, and sometimes I'm not really willing to like bend my standards on it, because I do have pretty high standards when it comes to honesty. And I just don't want to tell you guys that and not deliver. So I'm hesitant, but so far I've been doing pretty good at it. I think I definitely want to follow through with just like trying it out and making sure that it is sustainable and it's, going well. But I did want to get your guys' ideas on like how you've been liking the uploads and the frequency and stuff like that. And then I also wanted to ask you guys what you wanted to see from me. And this includes stuff like for the new year, it just, in general, like I want to know what you guys want to see from me. I know what content I want to create. I have stuff that I'm excited to make, and I can't wait to make those things. But I also want to make sure that I'm touching base with you guys and wondering what you would like to see from me. And I've had a lot of questions about vlogs again. Vlogs are definitely something that I'm interested in doing, but like I said before, I'm really interested in just doing it on my phone. That's what's going to be the easiest because I won't have a separate camera to carry around. But the audio on this phone is jacked up. On the apps on my phone, it's completely fine, but on the camera itself, it does not work. You guys have seen that in EP videos of mine. But once I get a new phone, which would be late next year, so it's a while away, but that is something that I will definitely consider. And then I have a couple of questions that people have asked me. The first one is, are the girls still rear facing? If so, how long will they be? Yes, both Sophie, my 3-year-old, and Remy, my 1.5-year-old, are still rear facing. They will be rear facing until they are 4 years old or they meet the maximum limits to be rear facing, which it's looking like right now Sophie is definitely going to hit the 4-year-old mark before she hits her maximum weight and height, which I feel like is going to be the same for Remy too. But yeah, then they will flip around and they will be in a 5-point harness in the convertible car seat forward facing until they meet that maximum weight limit, which I believe is like 65 pounds, I want to say. So basically my kids are going to be harnessed until they're like 18. I'm one of those. And then my proudest YouTube accomplishment, that is responding to every comment that is respondable thus far. Some of them, they're just like, there's nothing really that you can say other than to like the comment or love the comment, which I do. But I have answered every single person, and I'm really proud of that. Really proud of it. I think it's getting to the point where I need to start answering comments more frequently if I want to keep up on that achievement, because I'm getting a lot more comments recently, which is it's a great thing. I love talking to you guys, but it's getting harder because every time I come on, I have like a longer list to respond to. So I probably have 40 minutes of me going around in circles trying to word this perfectly because I'm worried about how it's going to come out, because I don't want people to misunderstand me, because I feel like it's going to be pretty easy to do that. But I just think I need to say it because I do like to talk to you guys, obviously. That's why there's a 20-minute video that you're watching right now. But I feel like I have a little bit of hesitations with vlogs for one reason, and that's because it's gonna bring a side of me to you guys that I don't know how it fits in the channel with how it is right now. Right now, I give you guys a professional Alia. Even in these chit chat videos, I feel like I'm more myself. You know, obviously I'm talking about whatever I want. I'm talking to you guys, and I never do my makeup or anything like that. Like, I feel like you guys definitely do see me in a more real state. However, I still feel like I'm not as laid back or in my element. And I think the difference is because in all these videos on my channel, I feel like I'm talking to you guys. I don't really feel like it's a really like a observation of my life, or there's like a real conversation. You know, the conversation for me happens in the comments with you guys, and that's where I feel like I can just like let myself say or whatever I want. I don't know. But I feel like I'm worried that stuff like swearing and sarcasm and inappropriate jokes, stuff that I love to do and is part of my everyday life, you know, those would be on the vlogs. I don't know how that fits in here because it kind of doesn't. You know, like I said, I bring you guys professionalism, and I'm proud of that because you don't ever have to worry about not getting that. I am always honest, I'm always genuine. Honesty is a really big deal to me, and you guys don't have to worry about that. And I don't want it to come off like me saying like, oh, well, I would do different things in vlogs, as well, I'm not real here. But I just feel like I know a time and place where I feel comfortable doing that stuff, and there's times where I'm not comfortable doing that stuff. I just feel like there's different occasions for different stuff, and I've never felt like on my channel I needed to be like 100% kicked back, swearing and stuff like that. But like I said, I think it also has to do with the fact that this doesn't feel like a true conversation in this video. Like I said, it just happens in the comments for me. So there, I feel okay to like swear or say whatever I want. But right now, I do try to be more professional and like, I don't know. See, this is what I was worried about. This is why I've spent 40 minutes struggling with what to say, because I don't want it to ever come off like I'm not being genuine just because I'm not swearing, or just because I'm not, you know, telling a dirty joke or something like that, because that's not the case. I just feel like there's a time and place for stuff. So I'm not really sure how to handle that with vlogging and stuff like that, because like I said, I just wouldn't want to stifle who I am in my everyday life, because you would see me have conversations with people. You would see me be myself in the very sense of that. Hopefully at least one of these takes made sense and I can put them in there, because I do want to talk to you guys, because you guys really do give like the best advice. Really, you do. It's now 12:46, so it's time to go to bed. Like I said, I probably have like 40 minutes of me talking in circles about this one thing. So hopefully it came out okay. Hopefully you guys understand, because that's what I think I'm worried about the most. I think that's what I'm always worried about with my channel. I just don't want you guys to have to worry about me not being genuine or honest or real or anything like that, but every time I say something like that, I want to start talking again. I really hope that you guys understand what I was trying to say and what I was trying to put forward. And this really doesn't have anything to do with me being worried about like family friendly and stuff, because the vlogs wouldn't be, I mean, none of this is about the money, but like the vlogs especially, like I know what I sound like, so I would not even expect to get monetized, if you know what I'm saying. So like that's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about like how it fits in with my channel right now, because I've built a name for myself and I'm proud of that, and I'm proud of the content that I give. I'm proud of who I am on camera. And just because I don't swear, or just because I don't choose to say certain things that I would probably say if you saw me in person, it doesn't make me feel bad about myself, or that like I feel like I'm being less of myself. I just, you know, like I feel like, again, there's a time and place for that kind of thing. I need to quit talking. This period is near. Hopefully it's my last cycle. Hopefully I get pregnant next month in January, because that would be amazing. I've been waiting for having another baby all year long. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm really excited about that, if you couldn't tell. So excited. Mark actually ordered my wild bird ring sling tonight in my favorite color ever. So I'm so excited. Hopefully I'll be able to show that to you guys by the next chit chat video that I do. I'm hoping all this made sense. It's now almost 1 a.m. so I'm just gonna go. I think I said I was gonna go like 10 minutes ago, but here we are. I think that I've said all I have to say and a lot more. So I'm gonna go. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Make sure you guys let me know about some of the questions I asked you in the comments below. Ask me questions for the next chit chat video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, thanks for watching.